Welcome back to the channel and welcome to this week's video in which we are doing the classic Oxford room tour, except this year, as a third year, a very old man, we have a house tour. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, stick them in the comment section below and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's check it out. This is the front door to 1 Worcester Street, a house that the college owns just outside of the actual college, which is just over there. Let's go in and have a look. Now, the good thing about having a house all to yourselves is that it's a bit more quiet. It's kind of your own space, which is nice. The only thing is, out there is quite binny. It's where all the bins from all the restaurants in Gloucester Green, which is just over there, are. And they sometimes sort of semi-block our doorway into the house, which is a shame. Out here, we have the garden. It's not very big. There's not much going on, but it's kind of nice to have a green space. Squirrels can occasionally scamper across here. There are a few cats that come to visit. But yeah, let's head on into the house. And while I go in, if you haven't yet watched my first and second year room tours, I recommend you do. They explain a bit about how accommodation works at Worcester College. But let's go in. So here we have the entranceway and the hallway downstairs. One room there, one room there, stairs going upstairs, which I'll take you up in a second. In here we have, I'll turn the light on, the dining room. It's quite echoey, I'm sure you can hear, and there's not much going on at the moment. We are planning on buying some plants to make it look a bit nicer. There is a blackboard with the remnants of scribbles from actually the cottage gang who lived here last year. We need to add our own scribbles. And, well, yeah, there's not much going on. There is one of the 2 fridges in here, and then we have the French doors that take you outside into the garden. So in the summer, when it's warm, we might have that open to get a bit of airflow. And then coming through here, we have the kitchen, which is pretty nice. It's recently been refurbished. The whole house has recently been refurbished, and everything just works quite well. We didn't have a toaster, but Matt had a spare. We have a second fridge, nice and big for 5 of us. A washing machine, which is good. We don't have to pay for washing, although drying is a bit more complicated. And yeah, plenty of cupboard space, lots going on. It's a little bit small. It's not too easy to get in and out if there are more than 3 people in here, but it does its job. And then downstairs, we have the first bathroom. It's the smaller of the 2, just a normal size shower, toilet and sink. Then I will take you up the stairs, up to see my room. There are 3 rooms upstairs, so it's a 5-bedroom house. Here we go. And welcome to 1 Worcester Street, room 3. It's had a little bit of a clean up. As you can see, there is still some floor organisation of documents going on, but that's fine. I don't know if I can sort of give you an idea of the size of this room. It's the biggest room I've had in college. It's possibly the biggest room I've ever lived in, although the one in Argentina was quite big as well. Very large. This only has a single bed though, which means I have so much floor space. My bike's there, my rollers are there, so if I want to do some rollering, I can. The desk is nice and big. The drawers for clothes and what have you. It's a bit weird to have them there, and that is one thing this room struggles with a little bit, is clothes storage. But there's the wardrobe which helps with that. Yeah, there's not much going on really. I'm quite boring when it comes to decorating, so nothing too fancy, but it's an okay room. That window gives out onto the main street outside, which can get quite noisy at times, but I seem to manage. I don't have too much problem falling asleep. I'm used to it now. And then this little window more or less looks out onto the garden. It's not the nicest view out. One of the other rooms has got a better view. But yeah, again, everything's new. It's all just been refurbished, so can't complain about that really. And then I will take you through to the last spot, which is the upstairs bathroom, the one that I use. 2 more rooms as we go past. It's very confusing. Some of the lights are automatic and the dining room one isn't. But here we have, as you can see, quite a big shower, another sink, toilet, window, nothing spectacular. The one thing that's different about this room to my previous 2 rooms is that I don't have a sink in here, because obviously we have 2 bathrooms and this is like a normal house rather than being specifically student accommodation. Obviously the college owns it and it only goes out to students, but because it wasn't built for students, it doesn't have a sink in the room. I don't really have a problem with that. I can trim my beard, shave, no problem in the bathroom. So yeah. So I'm living with another person who does French in my year, who I've had classes with since first year, 3 third years, real third years rather than sort of year abroad third years, who I get on with really well. One of them is quite quiet, and then the other 2, I spend quite a bit of time with chatting downstairs, and it's a really nice household actually. We get along really well. Again, as I said, if you are interested in how accommodation works at Worcester, I recommend checking my first 2 videos out. Otherwise, that's more or less it for this room/house tour. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have enjoyed seeing what sort of a better sort of style of accommodation is at college. What's really good about Worcester is that all the accommodation, even if it's outside the walls of college, is super close. And this is perfectly located for me because the Taylorian, which is the faculty library, and Wellington Square, which are the faculty buildings, are 2-3 minutes walk from here. So it's super, super easy. And yeah, it would have been nice to live with my friends from first and second year, but it was just a lot more simple to live in college. It's offered for 3 years of the degree, so yeah. Anyway, as I say, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. If you have any questions about the room, stick them in the comment section below and I will get back to you, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned.